After nearly 6 months in office, Donald Trump firmly plants his flag on the White House lawn. This is just another day. It's been a tense few days for this president, what with the United States finding itself on the brink of joining an international conflict. But this is why we have leaders, to take control, to be that steady hand, and to tell a worried nation that everything will be okay as long as we have 2 new flagpoles. Yes, why conduct any actual presidential business when you can attend to a little landscaping? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump tried to get Marine One to take him to Home Depot, but then backed off when he realized that he still has all of 3.5 more years to not work and just beautify the grounds. But yes, bright and early this morning, Donald Trump waddled out onto the White House lawn and met with the workers who were actually doing the installation of the flagpole rather than simply claiming credit for it, and then proceeded to drag those men into a press conference.
The White House opened about 1800, a little before that, it's just a tad. And I've always said, why doesn't it have a flagpole from the grass? They call it a flagpole from the grass. They have a little one on top, a very little one. This is about the largest you'll ever see, and it's tapered. It's at a quality that you guys rarely get to even put up. They do that for a living. They're incredible people. I don't know them, but I love them.
Wow, it's almost as if they are literally being paid to laugh. Look, had Donald Trump stopped there and let these men get back to the job they'd been hired to do, well, that would have been a very different Donald Trump. Because this president did what has become a staple of his second term, using people as unwilling backdrops.
So that'll be very nice, very patriotic. We're doing well as a country. If the Fed would ever lower rates, we'd buy debt for a lot less. Iran's got a lot of trouble, and they want to negotiate. Look at Harvard. They got $53 billion. That whole thing is coming to an end. It's amazing what we found out. Russia, Ukraine is so stupid. Would have never happened if I was president. So I just want to wish you a lot of luck with the new flagpole.
Let this be a lesson to everyone on construction sites. Never skimp on some solid ear protection. At this point, there is not a single person who is safe from getting caught in the crossfire of Donald Trump's asinine political ramblings.
I'm thrilled to welcome to the White House very special people, actually, very talented people. The 2024 World Series champion, the Los Angeles Dodgers. When I came to office, they said the eggs are gone through the roof. Eggs. I said, what the hell are they talking about?
And you have 2 great American players on this team.
We're not looking for a ceasefire. We're looking for a total, complete victory. Again, you know what the victory is. No nuclear weapon.
Donald, it is okay to not inject politics into every single event. Just a guess, but I doubt the Florida Gators want their White House celebration defined by accusations that Biden used an auto pen. But just in case any of these men were itching to get out of the spotlight, Trump hit him with the promise of what may come from all of this media attention.
But remember, there's somewhere in this group, there's somebody that is going to captivate some movie producer. Not Harvey Weinstein, but Harvey's seen a better day. So it won't be Harvey, but it'll be somebody. And it'll say, that guy is perfect for a movie.
Yes, I think we can all look forward to next summer's blockbuster, Pole in One, the true story of several brave employees attempting the Herculean feat of getting back to work. Donald Trump spent nearly 45 minutes telling the media about his glory pole because, as he knows better than anyone, a moment not used to further your cause is a wasted opportunity. Granted, at least he's not so predictable that he would say what he literally always says about everything, that he's got the best polls, right? Right?
These are the best poles anywhere in the country, or in the world, actually. They're tapered. They have the nice top.
This person is a parody of himself. The best people, the best deals, the best rallies, and now the best polls. Suck on that, Poland. Do you know how insecure you have to be to feel the need to beat your chest over a flagpole? My dude, you are the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, putting up a flagpole on the lawn of the most iconic building on the planet, and still, you cannot help yourself from dunking on other flagpoles? And might I add, you're not even doing it well. Tapered with a nice top just sounds like something you whispered to Jeffrey Epstein on his plane. Is there anything this man can stop himself from saying?
Let's have a good, they call it a lifting. They also use another word, but I'm not going to use that word. You know what that is? The word, it starts with an E. You know what the word is? If I ever used it, I'd be run out of town.
We've got the F word, the C word, but the E word that'll get Trump run out of town? I mean, I know how much his party hates equality, but that can't be it. Wait a minute. Is this guy shying away from saying erecting? In his defense, I would be horrified of that word too if I hadn't been able to get my pole erected over the last 30 years. I hate to say it, but if you haven't been run out of town for claiming the election you lost was rigged, for telling your previous Secretary of Defense to shoot peaceful protesters in the leg, and for being found guilty of sexually abusing women, I don't think saying you're erecting a flagpole is going to make it happen. How is it possible that the world's biggest dick has a hard time saying erecting? I mean, according to America's leading penis expert, Jack Posobiec, Trump was supposed to be the one comfortable with phallocentric communication, and to me, nothing communicates a message more than putting a giant pole on your front lawn. And just a quick aside, this E-word moment is merely the latest installment of Donald Trump's fixation on completely normal words.
To a point where the next ones are going to be, you know what, the N-word. You know what the N-word is, right?
Nuclear.
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned term that we use, groceries. I used it in the campaign. It's such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries.
Trying to wrap my head around Donald Trump's view of the English language honestly makes me want to punch myself in the D word. But after numerous hours of backbreaking work by other people, Donald Trump finally got his wish, a giant, momentary distraction from his disastrous presidency. Yes, while the United States is on the brink of, let's call it, Iraq War 2.0, as Trump's dictator-esque ICE deportations continue throughout the country, and as elected officials routinely find themselves handcuffed and arrested, this president carved out enough time in his schedule for a desperate and shallow distraction that showcases some truly surface-level patriotism. I can't wait to watch next week when he brags about changing the White House's Wi-Fi passwords to I Love America 1776. I mean, for the love of God, spare us the construction worker cosplay and get back to doing the job you were elected to do, because I guarantee lifting flagpoles was not it, regardless of if you paid for it or not.
2 flags, top of the line, paid for by Trump.
Wow. How thoughtful of you to pay out of pocket for the thing you wanted, otherwise known to the rest of us as buying something. It's worth noting, too, that this is nothing compared to what you've earned by exploiting your presidency in your second term through hosting billionaire-filled crypto dinners, launching your own cell phone company, signing billion-dollar deals for Trump-brand luxury resorts in Qatar, and even finding a way to get $40 million for a documentary about your wife that I'm sure tens of people are just falling over themselves to watch. Funny how American taxpayers found themselves footing the bill for your $50 million birthday parade, but you finally found your wallet when it came time to cut a $100,000 check to Will This Make People Think I Have a Big Penis LLC. This poll is nothing more than another empty gesture from a man who loves the symbolism of America, but not what that symbolism stands for. It is the physical manifestation of the distraction Donald Trump is constantly looking for. A tall, shiny thing that he hopes all Americans will look at, so they're too busy to notice him stripping millions of people of Medicaid and food stamps. That people will be so enamored with a piece of fabric waving in the wind that they won't notice a man suppressing his citizens' rights to peaceably assemble. People should be so awestruck by the stars and stripes whipping back and forth that they won't have time to notice this president abusing his power through travel bans, attacks on institutions of higher learning, and his subversion of the justice system. But I hate to break it to you, Mr. President, there is not a flagpole big enough to distract us, and the fact that you think there is, well, that's just embarrassing. Sorry, E-word. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.